Hey! Yep, that's the screaming going on in my house. Dylan did something. I don't know what happened, but Dylan did something. This is the sounds of my house. I hate wearing my glasses, but my eyes are so tired. I don't feel like wearing my contacts. Anywho, welcome back to Two Sides, One Coin. As you can see, again, I'm by myself. So, which is fine, because this is my side of the coin. Anyhow, as you can tell, I'm in my room, my lovely room that I painted myself. You see it? It's messy. Don't judge me, okay? I have a full-time job and a business and 3 kids. So don't judge my room. But if you could tell, I painted. Remember when we first moved here, we were like, I said that Jaden dared me to paint my entire room. So that's what I did. So right now we're under the tree, under one of my trees. I really like trees. Anyhow, today's message. Oh, my shirt. I like my shirt. It's backwards, but hopefully it'll fix. Anyhow, so I am on today. The topic today is oh god, the topic today was how you do something with your stress levels. Whatever. You're in charge of your stress. It's pretty much I think that's what I said. I forgot what it was. It flew right out of my head. I swear to you, it flew right out of my head. It was in my head before, but now it flew right out of my head. Let me just check something. I just need to make sure. Yep. Of course, I had my headset on. So I don't know if you heard half the stuff and you just didn't see. But hopefully you can hear me now. If you can't, please let me know you can't hear me or not, because this is going to be a weird ass video that I'm going to have to reshoot. And it's going to annoy me. But anywho, well, today you're in charge of your stress. Today we're going to be talking about stress. We're going to be talking about overall life and how it affects you. As much as I do my best to counsel everyone, as I do my best to live and walk like I talk, even I fall into bullshit, and those that saw what was going on this morning, that it got a little hairy for a second this morning. And do you know who I blame? Do you know who I blame? Do you know who I blame for today? For my stress, for me crying, for me being upset. Do you know who I blame? I blame me. I know. Hard to believe, isn't it? But I blame myself because I'm in charge of me. I'm in charge of, and a good friend of mine, shout out to Alex, reminded me who I was and reminded me that whatever happens to you, sink or swim, you're in charge of it. You create your own reality. And whether the person was upset or not, whether the person lashed out or not, whatever the person did to you or to me, it wasn't my job to respond. And as hard as that is, especially for a Scorpio, as hard as that is, it's not for me to respond. It's like I felt like I had to defend myself and I had to set that nigga straight, and I had to do all this and I had to do that. But what I really had to do was not let it affect my day. And it really affected my day. And it wasn't the other person's fault. It affected my day because of me and because what I allowed to happen and what I allowed to get in my brain, in my skin, and it affected me, and it shouldn't have. It's someone else's anger or someone else's frustration is like a present that you don't want. You just don't take it. And I know you've got to have heard that saying before. It's like a present that you don't want. It's like you're like, no, thank you. Yeah, or actually not even present, because we take presents that we really don't want and we regift it to somebody else. But let's say it's like a cookie. that you say you don't like oatmeal cookies. So someone says, hey, do you want an oatmeal cookie? And you go, oh, no, thank you. I don't like oatmeal cookies. That's the same way because we got to deal with this shit. We every day or every other day or once a week, or if you're lucky, once a month, someone's going to piss you off. Someone's going to do something to you that's going to make you go, what the hell? But what we all, including myself, need to remember is it's not your problem. It's not your problem. You check if you're at fault. You understand? Check yourself, and if apology is merited, apologize, but if you have searched it and you're like, wait, I didn't do anything, I was actually quiet, I didn't start shit, then just back off. Let them, they're allowed. It sounds sucky because this is my spirits talking, not really me. So I'm just gonna let it flow. It sounds sucky that you're like, but wait, they just get away with saying and doing whatever they please, and I'm just supposed to sit and be silent and not say anything? That's not the type of person I am. And I know, because I'm not either. I'm like a warrior. So it's like, if you come for me and I didn't send for you, I'm gonna cut you off your knees. That's just how I am. And it's not healthy for me. And that's what I'm finding. It's not healthy for me. It's not what I want to be and who I want to be. It's not the persona that I'm working towards embodying. And it doesn't how can I say, it doesn't make me walk the way I talk. It doesn't make me walk it like I talk it, because like I tell everybody, you create your own reality. So it's like no one else can impart anything in your reality that you don't want there. And for me, it's like I needed to get that, because I thought I had a handle on it. I really did. I thought I had a handle on it. I thought, yeah, I'm good. I don't need to stress about stuff like this. Prove me wrong, and it's okay. And my girl, she made me realize, because I was like, how the hell, what the hell, and she was like, no, use this as a platform to explain to people, one, that you're human and that you go through stuff just the way they do, and two, that you've risen above the bullshit and you're still here and you're still creating and you're still designing and you're still. And she told me she didn't tell me shut up, but she was pretty much like, go home and create something pretty, be quiet, go home and create something pretty, don't stress about the shit, because it really has nothing to do with you. And I was just like, you know what? You're right. It really doesn't have anything to do with me, but I made it about me, And usually I tell people, hey, find out why they're acting like that. And for me, I didn't. I just flipped the fuck out, because, I don't, me, I hate making excuses for why I do things, and I don't apologize because I don't think I did anything wrong. But I apologize to myself because I allowed my day to be ruined, or not ruined, but like hard, because I internalized something that had nothing to do with me. And a lot of times, just because people are yelling doesn't mean that they're yelling at you. A lot of times, people are yelling and people say horrible, vile things because they're not in a good place. And unfortunately, like I told you yesterday, when you create boundaries, people gonna get pissed off. Remember, I told you this. You think I don't go through it? I go through it just as much as you go through it. People are gonna get pissed off. People are gonna not be happy with the boundaries that you put up. And I lost sight of that. That's something that I have to admit. I lost sight of it and I indulged in the bullshit, and I indulged in it. And the way we stop stressing ourselves over stuff that we really can't control is by not taking it on. I had a really close friend once. She told me that. She was like, don't take on other people's stress because it's not yours. You woke up, yes, I'm talking about myself. You woke up, yes, you were tired. Yes, you really didn't want to get up to go to work, and you pushed yourself and you were pushing yourself, and you know, you got a present that you really didn't want, or you got a cookie that you don't like, but instead of me giving back the cookie and being like, whatever you're dealing with, if you want to talk, I'm here. But if you're going to yell, I can't deal with this. That would have been the more mature and centered thing to do. But that's not what I did. I'm telling you that right now. For those who didn't know, that's not what I did. What I did was, what? And it exploded into something horrible. And I created that, because if I would have went a different route, that wouldn't have happened. I'm not condoning what was done, but at the same time, I pushed it over where it shouldn't be, because I create my own reality. I create my life. I create what I let in, and I create what I don't let in. And today was a lesson that I didn't do quite well on, but I didn't really still wallow in it. But I know that my boundaries are still set, and I need to keep my boundaries. But at the same time, I also I need to remember that other people don't make you happy and they don't make you sad. You you allow everything. It's more about allowing. It's more about allowing what people do for you and do to you, and not allowing people to do things for you. Like I told you before, boundaries are important. And you also have to set boundaries for yourself. You have to let yourself know, hey, it's not okay. It's not okay for you to fly off the handle because somebody else is flying off the handle. It's not okay for you. And get me, I understand, because I hear somebody yelling at me right now. I hear you. I can hear you. I get it. I get what you're saying. You're like, but what the fuck? And I said the same thing to my team. I was just like, but I don't understand. If I'm doing everything right and the person's doing is fucking up and making me angry, what the hell am I supposed to do? Just sit and take it? No, just ignore it. And that's exactly what my friend told me. She was like, you already know what the deal is. Ignore it and it'll go away. But if you pay attention to it and get specific with it, it's just going to grow into a huge monster that's going to devour you. And that's exactly why I'm back on one. Because it's like, I don't want that. I don't want the stress. I don't want the anger. It makes you tired. It makes you very tired. And I got a lot of stuff to do. I got a lot of designing to do. I got a lot of coaching to do. I have a lot to do. And I don't have time to take on something that it's not my issue. It really isn't. It's not my issue. As much as I care about the person, as much as I love the person, it's really not my issue, and it's not my place. It's not my place to fix it because I didn't break it. It's not my place to be stressed out about their behavior, because their behavior is just going to make them look bad. I looked bad because I indulged in it and I went nuts instead of going, yeah, that's not what I want right now for my life. So yeah, we're not going to take this on. I should have went that route and I didn't. But the best way to stop stressing over shit, that just let it go. Don't take it on. It has nothing to do with you. And if you're doing something that someone has constantly asked you, hey, don't do that. Don't go, well, I create my own reality so I could do whatever the hell I want. No, look at what you're doing. If someone's saying to you, hey, I don't like that you treat me like this, sit down and have a discussion. There's no need for anyone to just lash out. There isn't. But what I'm saying is, if the other person is lashing out, you don't have to accept that gift. You could tell them, thank you, no thank you, you enjoy your day, or you try to enjoy your day. Because what I'm going to do is, what she told me, Alex told me, don't let anyone steal your peace. And that's exactly what I did. I allowed person to steal my peace and to steal my day from me. So the whole day was shot. I had a whole bunch of designs that I wanted to get done in my head, and I wanted to do a lot of stuff, as far as cleaning my office, because it's almost the new year. So I wanted to get rid of a lot of the stuff, but I was so stressed out. I allowed myself to get so stressed out and angry and frustrated about what was going on that I got nothing accomplished. And then at the end of the day, I can't say, oh, I didn't get anything accomplished because she did whatever. I can't do that. I have to own what I do. I have to own, hey, you didn't have to go there with them. You could have told them, that's a trip I don't want to take. So you can go on your own. And now I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I'm just telling you that I'm going to work on it, and I'm going to do my best to, in the future, be like, hey, yeah, no, it's not what I want. So I'm not going to indulge in that. That's how you keep your stress level down. That's how you keep your calm. That's how you keep your peace. Just don't, and do something else. Don't, because what I kept doing was I kept watching the stuff, and I kept seeing the stuff, and I kept getting angry, and I kept getting frustrated. And you can't do that. You gotta disengage, completely disengage. Once you see someone's on their shit, completely disengage. You want to keep your stress level at a minimum and not freak out about crap. Disengage. Do not get involved with what's going on with them. Silence is one of the most powerful tools in anyone's arsenal, because exactly, you don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. You don't know what direction. And what it does, it makes people pause, because it's like, which direction are they gonna come back at me at? You understand? So it's like, it kind of like I was supposed to zen out, and I didn't. But I'm telling you guys, what I learned from my experience today is, don't take it on. I know I keep repeating myself, but I'm repeating myself for you to get it and for it to sink in. So you're going to always hear me repeat and repeat and repeat, because I want it to sink in. You cannot allow other people to control your emotions. You cannot allow other people to control what you do, how you act, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, because then you're nothing but a puppet on a string. And I know for a fact you don't want to be a puppet on a string. So you don't say to me, well, they did this to me, so fuck what? As long as they don't put your hands on you, if they put their hands on you, put them on the ground. But as long as they don't put your hands on you, don't say nothing. It's kind of like dealing with a bully at school. Granted, when the bully starts putting his hands on you, it's time for you to knock him the fuck out. But if the person's just talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, let them talk. Like, I know, I'm telling you from experience, if you're not conscious, and I'll be honest with you, I was on autopilot for the past couple of days. I was on huge autopilot for the past couple of days, and it caught me off guard. It caught me completely off guard, and I reacted. I can't do that. That's not even because, oh, I'm a coach, I can't be like that, which was one of the things I said to my friend this morning, or this afternoon. But you can't react. You have to take the wheel, pause. That's what I didn't do. I just, boom, it was like, you were supposed to pause. You were supposed to pause and breathe. You want to know how to work it? You pause. Before you say anything, pause and breathe and go to yourself. Is what I'm about to say gonna help this situation or make the situation worse? That's what you need to ask yourself. Because once you ask yourself that, you're already, it's kind of like, it's hard. I don't know about you guys, but it's hard for me to think and be angry at the same time, or think and be upset at the same time. Kind of like, I lost my wallet. I didn't know where I lost my wallet. And for some reason, I felt like it was in my house, but I didn't know where my wallet was. So I was flipping out. I was pissed off because I was already having a horrible day, lost my MetroCard, and which I just refilled with $33. I was so pissed off. So I came home, couldn't find my wallet. And I was just like, oh my God, my life is in my wallet. But I paid my rent, and I still had money in my Cash App card. So I was like, okay, at least the worst case scenario, I did lose my wallet. At least people didn't go in there and take my rent money out, because that would have been a really bad situation, because the bank that I have is horrible. So they're not like Chase that refunds you and then investigate. They investigate and then refund you. They're a horrible bank. They're actually a horrible bank. But anyway, and couldn't find it. And I was flipping out. I was just like, this is crap. And I fell right back into it. I fell right back into, woe is me, this is bullshit, why is this happening to me, what the fuck, whatever curse can come out my mouth was coming out my mouth. I started attacking Fred. I was just like, I hope you're happy. I started attacking my kids, and it's not helpful. It's not, I understand it. Trust me, even when I do it, I understand it, but it's not acceptable, because nothing gets done when you're angry. When you're angry, nothing gets accomplished, nothing gets done. And I needed to calm the hell down. So I was just like, this is crazy. And my spirit was like, go in the bathroom, sit down. So I went into the bathroom, I sat down, and I breathed. I said, breathe again. I breathed again. I was just like, and I started to think. I said, okay, what's in your wallet? Started going through the things that were in my wallet. They were like, okay, let's look on the bright side. And then the more I thought, the more it started to drop. My stress level, everything started to drop, and I started to calm down, because I was all over the place. And I'm going to do that always now, not even more often. I'm going to do that always. Once I feel myself freaking out, I'm just going to run to a corner, no matter where the corner is, and pause and think. Those are the key things to not flipping the fuck out. You pause and you start thinking and asking yourself questions. Okay, look on the bright side. You got your rent out. Everything's fine. Your money that you had on your other card is still there. So that means nobody took it. So tomorrow, and this is exactly the conversation that went on. Tomorrow, we're going to detail clean the house, and we're going to look in every crevice of where this thing is. For now, calm the fuck down. And I was just like, okay. And I was back on one, and I went outside, and I just sat down, and I was just like, stop stressing. Granted, I already had the house in uproar, so all the guys were like trying to find it. Every single one of them were trying to find, minus Dylan didn't care, but all the other ones were trying to find it, from Fred to Jaden, and I couldn't help, because the more I looked for it, the anger I got in the beginning. So I was like, okay, I'm back on one. Let me shut the hell up and sit down. Just sit down, be quiet. So next thing I know, Fred's like, oh, is this it? And I was just like, oh my God, and it's like, but if I wouldn't have calmed down, that whole, I can't find it, that reality that I was creating would have continued, because that's what I would have been focused. That's what I was focused on. I was focused on, I can't find it. And it kept it kept like bringing anxiety and anger. Yo, I literally smacked the pot off. I was so mad. I smacked the pot right off the friggin' the table. Oh yeah, I was like, I didn't care. And that's when my spirit was like, go in the bathroom, be quiet. So I went in the bathroom and I went to and it was quiet. So yeah, it was a hell of a day. But it astounds me how we create the things that happen in our life and how we're in control, but we very easily just give away the control we have over our life because we feel that we can't control stuff, and then the stuff that's within our control, the things that are not within our control, we try to control. But the things that are within our control, we're like, yeah, I have no control of those things, which drives me crazy because I even do it. I do it myself. It's like I don't have control over what the other person is doing, but I'm trying to control that and I'm trying to make them stop. But in me trying to make them stop, it makes it worse. But what I did have control over, which was my emotions, my response, how I responded, when I responded, if I responded. And I pretended like I didn't have control over that. And that's what causes the stress. That's what causes the back and forth. That's what causes the bullshit. Because we're too busy trying to control things that we're not supposed to control, but we're not controlling the stuff that's within our control. So if you don't remember anything I said, remember that you are in control of only you. You cannot control what the other person does. You cannot control the other person's happiness. You cannot control the other person's mouth. You can't control the other person's attitude. You can't control the other person. There's nothing you can do to control that person. However, you can control you and how you respond and the reality that you create and the life that you create. If you want a life of constant arguing, argue back. But if the person's yelling and screaming, and I know this from experience from myself, if I'm yelling and screaming, eventually I'm going to get tired and I'm going to stop yelling. Nobody yells forever. So let them yell. Let them say and do whatever, they're going to do. You know the truth. Whether other people know it or not, you know the truth. So don't do that to yourself. Don't lose a day or an hour or a second or a minute to anything that you can control. You can control how you act. Hey, David, you can control how you act. You can control what goes on. I get to wave at David. You control what happens. You control everything that happens in your life. And it's like, there's really nothing else that I can say that will make sense, but it's like you control that. So it's like, but we constantly give our power away. We constantly give our power away saying, oh, I have no control over that. But we try to control the other person. We're like, stop doing that. Don't do that. Don't do this. And I'm big for that. Don't do this. Don't do that. But not knowing that I'm creating animosity and I'm creating a whole bunch of stuff that's not helpful. It's definitely not helpful to me, and it's not helpful to the other person. So like I said, everything that went on today on my end was my fault because I shouldn't have allowed it. I shouldn't have. And not even allowed what the other person did. I shouldn't have allowed myself to fall into that. I have too much shit going on. I have kids, I have business, I have a full-time job, I have friends, I have clients. I have too much going on to allow anything to knock me off my game. And that's exactly what you need to tell yourself. I have too much going on to allow anything to knock me off my game. Hey, Danielle. I'll punch you in your nose. You a part of my stress today, Danielle. But you know what? You lucky you cute. You're cute. You're a cute chick. But anyway, but yeah, so you can't allow anything to knock you off your game, and you have to you do have to create boundaries within yourself. You have to create a boundary that I guess it's like boundary week or something like that. I don't know who's this for, but it seems like it's like boundary week. But it's like you have to create a boundary within yourself. It's like it's not just, oh, I got to create boundaries for other people. I have to create boundaries for other people. You also have to create boundaries for yourself. You have to be like, my yes has to be yes, and my no has to be no. I can't, I have to set a boundary that Danielle's getting, yeah, she's getting the business. But yeah, you create self. Don't throw me off. You create a boundary for yourself in your head. Like when this happens, you need to do this. Don't do this. And honestly, that's something that I have to work on. I definitely have to work on. When this is happening, don't do this. Or when this person's flipping out, leave them. It is not your responsibility. What your husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, what they do, this is gonna hurt my heart because it's not me talking, this is my inner being talking. It's none of your business. It's like it I still am working on it. I really am. I'm still working on it. But what they do and how they live their life is, hey Kelly, is really none of your business. You know why it's none of your business? Because cannot control you cannot control what they do. You can't. You can't control what they do. You can't control how they feel. You can't control what they want. You can't control any of those things. But what you can control is you. And you don't take that on. Don't take on other people's stress. Because when you take on other people's stress on top of your stress, it's a powder keg waiting to explode. We all have our enough going on. You don't need to add someone else's burden and someone else's stress onto you. You do what you do best and you leave the rest to them. You understand? I'm not saying, oh, I'm just going to be free willing and doing whatever how I want to do because I create my own reality. So I'm going to step all over people. No, that's not what I'm saying, because then you're going to run into people's boundaries. And then it's going to be a whole different kind of thing. But what I'm saying is you have to take control of what you do and how you move and the way you move and what you move and all that stuff. Because if you sit and you're like, and you allow other people's feelings to infiltrate you, it's not going to be a good situation. It's not going to be good. It's going to turn into something ugly. It's going to turn into something explosive. Words are going to be said that can't be taken back. But I don't take back shit. But things are going to be said and feelings are going to be hurt. People are going to have attitudes and it's going to be like that eerie, weird silence. And you don't want that. So it's like you have to kind of like be the bigger person. And I know, and I swear to God, this is my inner being talking, because I'm sitting here going, what be the bigger person? What you mean be the bigger person? Why do I gotta be the bigger person? Why do I gotta allow people to do whatever? The first thing you need to do is breathe. Like I said before, the first thing you gotta do is breathe. The second thing you gotta do is start asking yourself questions. Is any of the shit that they're saying true? You're like, no, everything that they're not saying is true. So I need to set the record straight. Why do you feel you need to set the record straight? This is when you start taking time to break it apart and unpack it. And the thing is that for me, I responded right away. It was like a 1, 2, 3 thing. Oh, word. And then blah, 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 blah. And that wasn't good. The first thing you need to do to rise above the crazy shit and the stress that you bring onto yourself is to take a step back. Don't respond right away. You can't respond right away because 9 times out of 10, people are lashing out because they're not happy with themselves. They're not, the majority of the time, it's like you have to understand you're really not that important. And it's like it's kind of like an ego thing, but you're really not that important that you're the reason why this person is flipping the fuck out. Unless you obviously did something that made the person flip the fuck out. But if the person out of the blue is just flipping out, it's because they're not happy with their life. And there's no other way for me to explain it. You know, they're really not happy with their life. They're not happy with what's going on with their life. They're not happy where they are. And if you know these things, you can't take it personal. And I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to everybody else. You can't take it personal because it's like it's really not about you. You're just and I talked about this yesterday, collateral damage. You're just collateral damage. And it's like because growth is pain. It's very painful. Everybody wants to grow, but growth is extremely painful. It's like extremely painful when you try to do what's best for yourself and other people around you. That's growth, and in that growth comes pain. Comes pain to because nobody wants to change. No, if for some reason everybody thinks I'm addicted to change and I love change, I really don't. But I know I want more for my life. I want more for my kids. I want to be the bar that my kids surpass. So it's like if my bar is low, then my kids' bar is going to be low, and then their kids' bar is going to be low. But if I put my bar really high, they're going to have to surpass that bar, and they're going to land where I would have loved to be, you know? And it's like, I know I'm not going to get whatever they're going to get because my parents didn't get what I have, you know? So it's like every generation has to do better than the next one. So, but the current generation, we have to set the bar high because if we set the bar too low, it's not good. So it's like, and in setting the bar high, you go through shit. People start looking at you funny, like, oh, you think you this, you think you that, and all this stuff. But what you need to do is not pay attention to them. Because when people talk like that, that's their own insecurities talking, and it has nothing to do with you. It has absolutely nothing to do with you. All you can do is be you. All you can do is still strive and be strong. David says, "Oh, it it don't hurt that much. I grow several times a day." You said I'm a shit. I'm sorry. You're crazy. That was crazy. That was a little odd. That was a little odd, David. That was a little odd. But yeah, you everybody goes through pain. Everybody goes through that transformation. I know. That transformation is a rough bitch. It's rough. It's not for the faint at heart, and that's why everybody doesn't do it. There's a lot of people who are my age that are the same way they were in high school. There's a lot of people older than me that are the same way they were in high school, and they haven't changed, they haven't grown, and all that stuff. What do you mean? Why would you do realize when you comment, everybody can see it. So I just read it so I can know what it is. Like, what do you think? It's like it's some magical thing that only I can see. No, everybody can see it. You do realize that everybody can see the comments. So whatever you write, don't write anything crazy because everybody can see the comments. Anyway, but like I was saying, it's growth is hard. So when people are going through that, you gotta kind of understand. I understand why it's painful. Yeah, David, everybody can see what you're doing. Ah, you're funny. Anyhow, oh, David, you're a funny guy. Anyway, but yeah. So, like, you keep making me lose my train of thought. Damn it. What was I saying? But yeah, pain. That's what I was talking about before. David keeps freaking messing with me. But yeah, you're gonna go through pain, and people in pain, just like an animal, when they're hurt, they're very dangerous. They're extremely dangerous animals that get hurt because they're in pain. They're in pain, and it's like they lash out at the closest thing to them. And unfortunately, if you're the closest person to them, you're going to be collateral damage and you're going to get a lot of things done to you that's not nice. Now, how long you plan on being collateral damage to other people? Once again, that's all on you. If you know that this is not working for you, then move on. If you know that, hey, being, I can't keep dealing with this, it's time to move on, you know? And the person who's doing it has to understand you can't keep lashing out on people no matter how much stress you're under, because eventually they're going to leave you. They're going to leave you for someone who's not going to do that to them. So it's a catch 22 for everyone, but at the same time, like I said in the beginning, you are in control of your life. You are in control of what happens to you, what you allow and what you don't allow, how you respond, what you respond, the way you respond. All those things are determined by you. So you can't say, and I say this all the time. So once again, this is my inner being talking, not me. They made me mad. They pissed me the F off. They pissed me off. And I had to let them know they're pissing me off. Once again, you're trying to control something that's beyond your control. Somebody else's actions you cannot control. You can advise, kind of like my 20-year-old. I can't control what he does anymore. I could barely control what he does when he was younger. But now that he's 20, I can't control anything that he does. I can advise him and be like, hey, that's not quite smart, buddy. You understand? But I can't tell him what to do and expect him to comply. And a lot of times with our spouses, with our friends, I know for me, I'm like, yo, you should know I care about you. So if I tell you not to do something, don't do it. It's not within your control. That's not in your control. So it's like if they're hanging out with people you don't like, which that's happened to me before too. You can advise them, but that's not within your control. And because I did it. I wrapped myself in it. What the hell? I kept yelling and trying, and I was stressed out. Ended up in a hospital over bullshit. You understand? Stressed out because I was trying to control something that wasn't in my control. That I had no business trying to control. You understand? I needed to move on and do what I know I'm supposed to do, which is within my control. Like I keep telling you, and I'm being talking, this is a lot easier said than done. So just know that I know that it's a lot easier said than done, because it's like your ego, and I have a huge ego. My ego is very big. I don't know why it's so big. I must have been like a king in my past life, but my ego is very, very big, and it always wants to protect itself. And in it wanting to always protect itself, I end up flipping out, and I end up trying to tell people who I am and let niggas know, and don't sleep, don't forget, I'm not a game. And all that does is stress me, and I need to stop that shit. because it's like it. And then when I'm stressed, I can't create. When I'm stressed, I can't think. When I'm stressed, I get tired and I just want to sleep. And I really think it's my inner being trying to reset me and just telling me, shut up, turn it off. Like when something's burning, just turn it off. And I think that's what it is. But it's kind of like you have to do what's best for you. And usually what's best for you is to disengage. Don't look at it, because I kept looking at it. Don't look at it. Don't follow it. Don't respond. Don't comment. Just let it die. Because whatever you pay attention to grows. It does not die. We think that, oh, if we talk about the problem will go away. Not necessarily. Now, if you come up with solutions to the problem and everybody agrees, then yes, you can move on from it. But if you see that you're at a stalemate with someone and you're pissed off and they're pissed off, back off. Like, seriously. Even if it's only you that backs off and the person, as like I told you, as long as the person don't put their hands on you, they can say whatever they want. You could block them. You can turn your phone off. You can tell your assistant tell them that you ain't here. You can do a bunch of different things. You don't have to engage. And the problem that we fall into that makes us stress the most is that we constantly engage. Danielle and David, what do you think? Chime in, say something. Danielle, say something. Because I see you watching, Danielle. I see you watching, Danielle. Say something. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Are you just listening to me talk? Or are you looking at my shirt? All that stuff. What do you, say something. Say something. Something. Hey, yeah, hey. Say something. What do you guys think? Hello. Thank you, David. Thank you. Hey, Alex is in the building. Hey. When you feed it, it grows, and it's like a gremlin that you feed after midnight. When you feed it, you're fucked. You're screwed. And Alex, to recap, I was talking about what you told me and how you helped me. I said something. Yes, you did. Thank you, David. You should pat yourself on your head. Thank you, David. But yeah, and Alex was the one. Hey, boo. She was the one who was like, if she could slap me, she probably would have, because she didn't baby me at all. She really didn't. She didn't baby him at all. He said, "Oh shit, I'm getting off. Alex gets us sick." Oh, that is kind of true. No, but she's far though. She's doing okay. Hey, she's doing okay. She's not sick. But oh god, am I sniffling already? My nose is running already. Oh god, Alex, are you sick? Alex is always sick. But anyway, but yeah, if she could smack me in my face, she probably would. She was like, "You got to remember who you are. You got to remember what you've accomplished. You have to." And it's always good to have a friend like that, because she didn't baby me. She wasn't like, "Yeah, her germs do travel." Not nice. Not nice. Not nice at all. Not nice at all. Absolutely terrible. Not nice. Not nice. See what happens when you guys get on? You hijack the whole feed. This is terrible. Absolutely. I'm happy that you're laughing. I'm happy that you're laughing. You guys hijacked the entire feed. No, this is not. We're talking about how you are in charge of you and you can't let anyone else take your peace. What would you like to say? That is true. His breath never made nobody sick, Alex. You like a germ carrier. You carry germs everywhere you go. And I think you carry, like, what do you call it? Dormant germs. Because it's like it just pops up. It's just like 1 minute you're fine and the next minute you're like, ugh, and you're like, oh my god, what is that? That's crazy. And then you always want to give people hugs. Nah, we don't want your hugs, Alex. We don't want your sick hugs. Your hugs get us all sick. David's not taking my piece. You know, for real, you you guys are stupid. You guys are stupid. I can't with you two. You two are foolish. But yeah, yes, David is not taking your piece. You're a strong girl. Yes, you are, Alex. You're crazy. Yeah, absolutely crazy. And I know Danielle. Danielle's just sitting there laughing, not chiming in, not saying nothing, just sitting there laughing. Oh Lord. Anyway, you guys are a colorful cast of characters. I give you that much. But I say all that to say is that you can't let anyone take your piece because it's your fault. You know, you can't. It's like I said, it's like a cookie you don't want. If you don't eat oatmeal cookies, you're not going to take it. So if you don't want drama and you're gonna go two piece him. Oh, David, that sounds like fighting words. You better. I don't know, David. David's kind of handy. I don't know. I don't know, Alex. He was in the military. He probably could take you. I know you bench. I know you bench like 150, but I think David can take you. I really do think David can take you. I don't know. I think Ronnie would have a lot to say about it, but yeah, and that would be like the battle. It would be like ding, ding, ding. Let's get ready to rumble. But no, Ronnie be like, "What? Hold on, what you do before we fight? What you do? Because I know Alex. What you do? Alex is a little crazy. So what you do? Tell me what she did first, and then we could either duke it out or laugh it out. One of the two. Yeah, one cough and he's down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's because David's not around any children, so his immune system hasn't been compromised. Yeah, Alex is only 5 feet. Alex, Alex, you are really small, Alex. Like you're like really small. It's like you're not a tall person, but your personality is huge. It's like your personality, it makes you I always forget how small you are. You're like 5 feet. But it's like you be talking to people like, oh, I'd be why are you always messing with Craig? Dylan is literally trying. I locked my door. This kid is literally trying to get into the room. He's like literally trying to get into the room. This is why I locked my door. See, Danielle, you need to lock your door. They can't get in. Oh, my back. They can't get in. Oh, Lord. Alex is the king of the world. You love the. So, did you just call my podcast a rant? Did really, David? No, I'm not letting him in. Then he'll just disrupt the whole broadcast. It's bad enough you guys have disrupted the broadcast. He would just disrupt the whole broadcast. He'll be sitting there smacking the phone, chewing on stuff, going through my stuff. It's just like drunk friends that don't want to go home. That are drunk all the time. They're like teetering and drunk all the time. No. Mm-mm. Oh, nah, I know you didn't. I love messing with you, David. It's fun. It's very easy. It's actually easy. That's what makes it fun. It's always Alex's fault. Craig's not on social media. Craig is not on social media. Danielle, say something. Danielle is scared to talk on air. I don't know why Danielle is scared to talk on air because I can see that she's still watching, but she won't say anything. She said hi and that's it. Craigles, that's cute. He's not gonna go on. He's not on. He doesn't even have a Facebook page. He really doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't have a Facebook page. So I don't know what that's about. That's really weird. His wife's on Facebook though, but he doesn't have a Facebook page. I don't know. It's odd. But he's not big on do not text his wife. She can't fire nobody. She's not gonna fire nobody. Literally, Danielle is sitting there laughing. I know Danielle. Danielle is literally sitting there laughing. First of all, your thing says Alex Severe. It does not say Craig. So, and that's you need to really stop that because I'm telling him right now, if something goes down that all of a sudden someone else uses his name, I'll be like, it was Alex. I gotta change my screen name. I can't. I can't with you. You gotta leave poor Craig alone. Like poor Craig, he does his best. I feel the burns. Yeah, she doesn't talk. She does, and she won't. She's like, I just watch. She says she just watches the shenanigans. She doesn't really engage and talk. She just watches, which is really creepy and eerie because there's three pictures. There's David, there's Alex, and then there's Danielle. So I can see who's on. And it's like I see that Danielle is still here, but she's not saying anything, which is weird. You gotta work on that, girl. You gotta work on that. Is it 11 o'clock? I've been on for an hour. Hold on. It sure is almost 11 o'clock. Oh, that's weird. No wonder my throat feels dry. I was just like, I don't understand why my throat feels so damn dry. Hi, Danielle. Danielle Burns. Hello. Come here. Yeah, she's not answering at all. The funny thing is, Freddie's angry, but he gave him cookies. These kids, they can't have no sugar. No sugar. None. Because the minute you give them sugar, they run around like they ain't got no damn sense. It's the weirdest shit. It's like the weirdest shit. I don't know why, but it's the weirdest shit. Having kids is very interesting. I didn't know it was going to be this interesting. They're good kids, though. I lucked out. They're really good kids because some of these kids I be seeing, I'm like, Jesus Christ, how are their parents not in prison? But that's a story for another day. So, how was everybody's Christmas? Was everybody's Christmas good? Did everybody have fun? Danielle, do you have anything to say? Do you have anything to say, Danielle? Oh, Lord. Damn. Did it take you that long to type all that? Danielle says, stress can kill you. Practice what you teach me. Calm down, relax. Nobody is going to die. Just learn from your mistakes. Stop talking about Dylan. He's so handsome. He's so handsome. Damn, you put everything in like one post. This is crazy. The story. Stop talking about my Dylan. He's so handsome. Hi, David and Alex. So funny. Poor Craig. She wrote everything in one post. In one post. It's like she was storing it up. Alex is okay. CrossFit in AM. Oh, deuces, Alex. Good night. Thanks for chiming in. David said, isn't that what do you call those little, yeah, those are kids. Those little things. Jesus, nothing all night and then a book. Yeah, that's what I said. She writes like a whole book. She was like, I think she was either, if I didn't know she typed fast, I would be like, damn, was she typing that entire time? She sounded like she was typing that entire time. That's crazy. But she was like, look, I said something. And yes, you're right. And that's what I'm saying. I am practicing what I preach. Night, Alex. See ya. I'm practicing what I'm preaching. I'm walking what I walk, but I let people know. And I say this all the time. I'm not perfect. I'm still growing. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to woosah and be a better person, and to drop my stress level because I'm getting older. You can't be under too much stress. Yeah, I was actually starting to wind down. She has no, but she does like hard body CrossFit. Like like Alex goes hard with her like cross, and she's already gone. She goes hard on her CrossFit. Her legs, yo, if she kicks someone, it's a wrap. It's like a wrap. Anywho, so I'm gonna wrap it up because it is 11 o'clock and I am kind of tired, so I want to go lay down. Um, Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Thanks for chiming in and listening to today's cast. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. If you have any comments, leave that in the comments below. I know we got a little goofy at the end, but I just wanted to recap that Danielle, you know what, Danielle? Danielle writes, yes, they are good kids. I can send my kids to your house. They're driving me crazy and eating all my food. Good night, Alex. Give your princess a hug for me. Oh, you write books. If she kicks someone, their shins will hurt for, you know what? Is that a short joke? She is very short. I always forget how short she is. I literally forget how tiny Alex is. I do. I always forget how tiny she is. But anyway, make sure you take care of yourself and create boundaries for yourself with yourself. So you know, hey, don't let this happen again. Because I definitely created a boundary for myself. I'm still working on exercising it. But good night, Danielle. Tiny, tiny. Yeah, she is tiny, tiny. I'm still working on it for myself, but the same way you guys are growing is the same way I'm growing. So let's grow together. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. I see you guys tomorrow. If you have a topic, let me know. Either text me or inbox me, or they call it DM. I'm not into the lingo, but just reach out and let me know what you want me to talk about. It seems like this week is the week of boundaries. I have no idea. I've been talking about I feel like I've been talking about boundaries all week. Thank you, David. I'll talk to you guys later. See you later.